friends, in today's video lecture we are going to learn about the input and output statements used in Python 3.7. So let us see the input statements. The following two functions are available to read dynamic input from the keyboard. First one is raw input and the second one is input. When you are using the raw input statement, it will take the data directly from the keyboard in the form of string. So here you have to use the typecasting method to convert the string format into a specific data type format. So let us see the example. So here value 2 is equals to, we are using a raw input. So we are using raw input. So this raw input statement will take the input, enter the number. So this number whatever you are providing will be stored into value 2. So value 2. So after that, when you are using type, means it will be telling you about the data type of this value 2. So that will be printed. So now you are typecasting. Here you are doing the typecasting. So what is typecasting? Converting one data type into another data type is called as typecasting. So here actually raw input data will be actually taking the data in the form of strings, and that strings will be converted into integer data type, and the result will be again stored into value 2. Now you are trying to store what is the type of this value 2. So value 2 will be of integer data type. So here the output will be like this. So it is asking enter the number. So you will be entering some number which is 243, and that 243 will be stored in value 2 in string format. So we are printing type of value 2, it will be printing string class. So this is converted in, stored into value 2. Now it will be printed as integer class. Now the next one is input, which will be directly taking the data in the specified format, and here we don't need to do any kind of typecasting. So for example, x equals to input enter val, it will ask for this message. After that whatever you enter will be stored in x. Type function will give the information about the data type class. So let us suppose if you are giving 10 as input, then x will be integer type. If you are giving a value as Durga, x will be of type string. If you are using 10.5, it will be float. If you are using true, where t is a capital letter, then it will be a boolean data type. Now let us see the output statements. Print is used to output the given data to the standard output device. The standard output device means monitor or screen. So print is the method which is used to provide the output on the screen. So for example, if you are print CSC branch, then CSC branch will be printed as it is. And print also used to display the combination of message and the variable value. So let us suppose num1 is a variable which is holding the value 10, and now you are printing the message. The value of the variable num1 is plus num1. If you recollect, in C language we also wrote some messages like this. Printf, the value of the variable number 1 is quotation and comma num1 we used to write. But in Python, instead of comma we are using plus. In C language we were using double quotation for this particular statement, but in Python we are using single quotation or double quotation or triple quotation, and there is no semicolon for Python. So now this will display the output as value of variable num1 is 10. Now let us talk about the format function, that string.format function, and it is a string formatting method, and it allows various substitutions and value formatting. just like in C language, we have learned about formatting types, %s, %d, %c, all kind of things we have learned. Instead of that, we are going to use this one, as well as you can substitute a value also. So this method actually concatenate the elements within a string through positional format. This statement you will able to understand once you see the examples of this particular statement. So as of now, understand, you are going to combine the elements within a string, and that combination is also, combining is also done by the positions that you have provided in the format. So first we are talking about the single formatters. Syntax will be something like this: formatter dot placeholder dot format value. Here value is a parameter. This can be either an integer, floating point, numeric, constant, or string, or character, or any variable. So it will return a formatted string with the value that you have passed as a parameter in the place of the placeholders. So example is like this: print Sammy has placeholder, I have placed here balloons. So in this placeholder place, whatever you have written in format, that will be printed. So output will be like this: Sammy has 5 balloons. Now let us see the second example. We are taken a variable x equal to 5 and y equals to 10. Now the value of x is a placeholder and y is a placeholder. After this quotation, you are using dot format. So this dot format, what it is doing, here you have provided two parameters x and y. The values of x and y are placed in the placeholder positions. So the output will be like, the value of x is 5 and y is 10. Now let us see how to use multiple formatters. The syntax will be number of placeholders dot format value 1 comma value 2. Here what you have to remember is value 1 and value 2 are the parameters, and they can be integers, floating point, numeric constants, strings, characters, and even variables. Now one more thing that you have to remember is the number of parameters and the number of placeholders must be equal. Now let us see the example. Here we are using myString. MyString is a variable. So in this variable we are storing some data. So placeholder and placeholder are science portals. So in the first place, in the format whatever you have given will be placed, and in the second placeholder this value 2 will be placed. So output will be like GitHub and Codecademy are science portals. The second statement, print hi, my name is, some placeholder is given. In this place it will store this user, and in this placeholder place it will store the second value 19. But if you see this particular statement, here we are using 4 placeholders, one after the other. So in the format we are using 4 values. So first will be stored in the first placeholder, second one in the second placeholder, third one in the third placeholder, fourth one in the fourth placeholder. So outputs are GitHub and Codecademy are science portals. Hi, my name is user and I am 19 years old. And the third one, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next one that you should know is formatters with positional and keyword arguments. See the syntax. You are providing the placeholders, and each placeholder will be having a position. So first one is 0th position, next is first position. Like that you can have any number of placeholders. And here you are providing the keyword arguments, positional argument and keyword arguments. So what is positional arguments? So it can be as usual like any other parameter. It can be integer, floating point, numeric constant, strings, characters and even variables. And what is keyword arguments? Keyword arguments are must be variables. These must be variables. These can be either variables, floats, integers, constants or floating constants or characters or strings. But keywords must be variables. Now see the example. Print. Here there are some placeholders in this. And in the format we have provided how many placeholders are there? Total 4 placeholders. So here also we are providing 4 values. So each value will be stored in individual placeholder. So the output will be every programmer should know the use of open source programming and operating system. But you can change this order by specifying the position of these placeholders. So first one is third position and then second position, then first position, then 0th position. So here the values will be like this is a 0th position and this is first position and this is in the second position and this is in the third position. So in third position you are going to write the operating systems and in the second position you will be writing the source. In the first position you will be writing open and in the 0th position you will be writing program. So how this will be? Every operating system should know the use of source, open programming and programmer. This is how it should be looking. Understand? Every operating system should know the use of source, open programming and programmer. So you can change the order of the string formation. So this is all for today's class, guys. In the next class we are going to talk about the control statements. Have a nice time. See you soon.